Hi guys, I've got my bullet journal here today I've got my bullet journal here today to do a plan with me for next week. I'm going with a fairly simple setup, but I am going to try and incorporate stickers this week. It's the holidays, I'm away for the first part of the week, and then sort of having a fairly chilled final few days before we go back to school. So my intention is to do kind of an overview of the week on one page, and then use the following pages just for kind of journaling and recording things that happen on holiday. So I have a vague idea in my head of what we're going to do, but it may change as we go. So first of all, this is my bullet journal. I keep my bullet journal inside my Foxy Fix because I did try the whole traveller's notebook thing and decided maybe it wasn't for me, but I have just acquired a B6 insert because I was fascinated by the size and was like, ooh, maybe I have to try that. I don't know. So my plan, because it is Easter Monday next week, is to use this kit to kind of supplement my week and to add a little bit of pretty amongst the stuff that goes on. And I'm actually going to use this strip here for decoration on my weekly overview because I quite like the little bird's nests in it, and for no other reason than that. My colour scheme is going to try and match this a little bit, but if it doesn't match completely, then it's not the end of the world. Obviously, where I'm putting this down, I'm hoping it will fit. So, just for reference, that is a deluxe mini kit from Plannerface, which I use quite a few of, evidently. So, pen-wise, I am using my classic trusty black biro, and I'm using some pastel Stabilo pens. So I've had the pastel highlighters and the pastel felt tips for a while, and when I got paid last month I treated myself to the fine point pens, and on the 3rd of April they're releasing pastel Swinkle highlighters, like the skinnier ones. I'm just going to see if I can find one nearby to show you what they look like, and apparently I can't, so never mind. So I'm definitely loving the pastel highlighter at the moment. So I've thought and denied about what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to go for not quite the full page, not quite the width of the full page, probably sort of about 15 wide, just an overview of the week. It is that simple. Obviously it's now going to be counting, so bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. As we know, I can't count and talk and do other things, so I have to pause. And I don't do everything in pencil first, because I don't. I kind of feel like it's a waste of time. I am definitely a lover of functional spreads with a little bit of pretty. I don't do drawing or decoration, as you probably worked out, other than stickers and coloured pens, but I don't see the point in drawing everything out in pencil first when you're going to go over it in pen. You may as well just draw it in pen. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. That's just you. But that's just me. I know a lot of people do like to draw it in pencil and like to get everything right, and that's entirely your choice. If I go wrong, I go wrong. That's just the way it is. So I am... Now, I do have a bit of a confession to make. I'm just trying to see if I can show you a little bit of this week. I can't. I'm using a ruler. I feel like this is a bit of a betrayal. I have come back to using a ruler in my bullet journal to draw my spreads because evidently I couldn't cope with wonky lines. No, I spent a long time umming about how to set up April and what I should do, and in the larger school holidays I tend to have like a bit of a, not quite a reboot, but like just a pause and like think about what I'm going to focus on for me and just see where I am with how I'm doing. And so I set up a couple of trackers for the month to just think about how I'm spending my time, healthy habits that I've got going on, things like that. And very similar to the one I did last year, actually, which got a huge response on Instagram. And I set it up using a ruler because it seemed the most sensible thing to do. And then everything I've done since, I've used a ruler. And I do quite like the way it looks, but I know a lot of the time it does seem like a bit like a faff. But I think I'm sort of getting into more of a groove with how I'm setting on my weeks most of the time. This week's obviously an exception. So I kind of know all the measurements and what I'm going to do with them all, so it kind of seems to make sense. So that is a very simple setup for the week. This is going to be pretty much it. I've obviously got these stickers, but I'm going to save these for sort of more daily-ish tasks. I'm going to use my favourite labels of the moment, which are these, to indicate different things that are going on. So I have got... I'll start by writing the days of the week. That's probably helpful, I would imagine. Second, Tuesday is the 3rd, Wednesday is the 4th, Thursday is the 5th, Friday is the 6th, Saturday is the 7th, and Sunday is the 8th. And I'm sure we all know that, but again, there are some things I just do out loud without even really thinking about it. So, that's my overview for the week. It is going to be that simple. I'm going to use these stickers here, coloured insert or non-cut white, coloured white. I'm going to go with white. I'm going to use these ones just to mark the fact that we are on holiday at the start of the week. And I'm going to use different colours because I can. Yeah, why not? Okay, so that's holiday. Excuse me, other things that are going on next week. I am having my nails done on Friday. So I shall put that in. Thursday I'm not doing anything. Friday we are also seeing a performance in the evening. So I'm going to use one of these. And my mum has got us tickets to go with her. I'm still not 100% sure what it is we're actually seeing, but you know, sometimes it's easier just to go with it. Saturday is an important day. Saturday I'm actually going to use an orange sticker. It kind of goes, but I feel I'm going to do that. I think that is everything I have going on next week. So, to fill things in, because why not? Holiday. I mean, it is the school holidays anyway, and I could mark that every day, but I'm not going to. We're actually away from Saturday until Wednesday, which is quite a long time for us. I'm having nails done then. I'm seeing the Man Engine. And then Saturday is my birthday, which is why I have picked an orange sticker, because it's my favourite. And for no other reason than that. Right. Do I want to add anything else? There is nothing else going on. It is the Easter holidays. There is nothing happening. I am probably going to put a couple of things around the week, because there are other things happening. So, I'm going to go back to these. my husband is off work all week, which never happens. So I'm going to put that off up there all week. I'm going to put one of these. It's fine. I didn't rip a sticker. I thought I had, but I haven't. It's okay. It is the Easter holidays still. So I will mark that as sort of like a this week thing. I would put a header really as well, hadn't I? Of some description. Maybe just the month. This is something that always happens. As I may have said before, and I'm sorry if I am repeating myself, I often get to the holidays and can't cope because there's no structure to my day or my week, and it kind of throws everything out. But that is essentially my week that I'm going to do. I'm not really going to add anything else. I may go back and colour in my headers for the day, but that's it. We're on holiday, we come back, it's the weekend, I go back to work next week. What I will do as the week goes on is I'll sort of fill out the following pages with other things, with dailies, with things. So it might be that the first few days are sort of more journaling, I'll use more stickers. Then as we get towards the end of the week, it'll go back to lists and there'll be stuff prepping for next week. But that is my super simple plan with me for the week. I got a bit carried away with all my other planners and did loads and loads of sticking way in advance because it's my birthday week. So they're already in there. In fact, because it's such a short video, I'm going to share with you my trauma. I'm going to emphasise the word trauma. I cried. I didn't actually cry, but I nearly cried. Okay, so this is my bullet planner. As we know, this is my baby. I love this so much. I just, yeah. We know that I love it. So I was in the process of setting up my birthday week, which currently looks a little bit like this because it is a birthday kit, and I was like, I want to do it way in advance, so I did all of this, and then I was like, ow, and I managed to give myself a paper cut, and this happened. This has happened to my planner, and I was traumatised. And I will say, I've contacted Scribbles That Matter. They've been in touch with me. It's all sorted. This is a rarity. This is not meant to happen. This is something. This is like a one-off thing almost. And they are sending me a replacement. They said you don't have to send your current one back. I was thinking I'm not going to. It's like I'm in love with it. I did. It split down to about here, and then I must admit I kind of snipped through the rest of here with my craft knife just to make it a little bit easier to use. But I was traumatised. I couldn't quite cope, and I shared that with many people. But it is all sorted. It's all being rectified, and all I'm going to say is the customer service from Scribbles That Matter was amazing. So I just thought I'd share that trauma with you because it was traumatic. It was. I went in to see my husband and was like, look what's happened. I can't cope. But anyway, main purpose of this video was to share my week. So that is it. It's that simple. Nothing fancy. No frills. I'm not tracking anything. I will do my tracking this month here. So you can see I'm kind of tracking what I'm doing for time and keeping an eye on like a few things just to make sure everything's going okay. And then I'm going to use this kind of to maybe make some adjustments to the way I plan, the way I do things. I'm not really sure yet. I just thought it'd be something that was interesting to do over the next month. So I am going to be starting to do a planner series and talking about my different planners and how I use them, and planners that I've tried as well and didn't get on with, because there are several of those. So look out for those. I'm not sure if they're going to become like my weekly thing or an extra. I don't know yet. If you have a preference for me to kind of keep going with my plan with me's every week in different planners, then leave a comment below, and I'll see what I can do. As always as well, any suggestions, again, comment below. Follow me on Instagram to see how things fill up as the week goes on. I know I've been a bit rough lately, but as you can hear, I've not been well. And subscribe if you haven't already. Short and sweet-ish, and a little bit rambly, and a few other things as well. Hope you are having a lovely holiday if you are a teacher. Hope you have a lovely Easter weekend, and in the meantime, happy planning.